On your back, Shotty. First shot down your team quick like a Jurgen player. Keep your heart rate up, I'm a circuit trainer.
Battles, we are in London for the plug free. If you're with us in the building, make some noise. We're about to get into a match day one battle that's been rescheduled to the plug free. On the right hand side, you've seen him on Premier Battles before, the current Don't Flop champion, managing a Mandrill mob. Make some noise.
And on my left hand side, head of PBI Head, one of the best guys doing this thing right now. Man, that Visual makes some fucking
As always with the match days, it's a 3-round battle and it is judged. Viz won the flip. Round 1 on Quill, let's go, bro.
Now for this battle, I've had to cut back the theatrics. Against you, I'm gonna lose if I'm using that same style. Wait a minute. Why am I acting like I ain't got visual? Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, our respect, not so mutual. I have never lost to the new school, so how was Shotty giving this the approval? Now I can't even shake your manager's hand. If I do, then it's Thomas too cool, cause for me, this battle is paradise on the bottle. Man, this guy swallowing Malibu Spirit, changed his Twitter bio to future champ. And I ain't mad that you did it, but you really thought Bizzo was gonna be showing you the ropes. And instead, Shotty is hanging you with it, boy, you. Instead, Shotty is hanging you with it, boy, you are dispensable. Didn't your team have Raptor in it, but they were quick to reverse that decision? Fuck if it's crucifix, believe you me, I still take out sharp visual like deep blue sea. As for Bizzo, Shotty, you just might be his idol, but you need to be careful of who's your disciples, because Draft Night came straight out the Bible and holy shoulder blades. On the eve, there must have been a snake in the room, because after Adam saw what got picked, he's still taking this fruit. You need to lace up your boots. You need to lace up your boots. The fact you were second pick is honestly criminal. Bird Box, they should have known it was suicide as soon as they got a visual. Perpetrator, his blood all over my purple trainers. He said he keeps the gun in a tumble dryer. Well, I'll empty the drum just to return the favor. I got a red dot for visual like the Terminator. Perpetrator, his blood all over my purple trainers. He said he keeps the gun in the tumble dryer. Well, I'll empty the drum just to return the favor. I got a red dot for visual like the Terminator. On your back, Shotty. First shot down your team quick like a Jurgen player. Keep your heart rate up, I'm a circuit trainer. Seamless, fucking seamless. I am the best entertainer in the UK. I am a Don't Flop champ. There's only so long you can choose to avoid me. I don't care if horror book me. I still choose my own path like the Goosebumps story. And you can't read into this. You're gonna have nightmares of this. It's like Freddy is back, replaying every second that laps. Men in black, he gonna be wishing that his head could be blank. But the visuals and visuals' head will never be shrank. You're getting bodied, and you're gonna forever remember the fact. Tonight I don't need a baddie. I'm keeping you hostage in your own memory bank. You weren't fit for match day 1. That's why we're in this venue, where you'll never beat Frank. And to be frank, you should have been deducted points. But we all know when it comes to sharks and decisions, they get a bit of leeway. And Cole J, I ain't dealing with all the he say, she say. But try touch my team, now I'm here. And you can get clocked by Jam like Shakira and PK. In fact, it was you. In fact, it was you. Let's go. In fact, it was you that made it public that he ain't wrote for our 2-1-2. Cause you're quick to snitch out your mouth like Quidditch. See, visual sensitive. That's why they have to keep him in the dark like Riddick. But he said he's happy. But he said he's happy for shit to get dark, like Bane. I ain't a little scared. Did a whole Batman scheme about how we can start living there. Well, I told Arkham Knights I'll bring the mob in quickly. If I miss the freeze, I got Frost here with me, and you wanted to. I told Arkham Knights I'll bring the mob in quickly. If I miss the freeze, I got Frost here with me, and you wanted to see Quill. Well, I'll handle biz as soon as I see a visual in the sky like Gotham City.
Stole your thing. And instead of charging £800 for it, I did it for free. You try charging that for a battle. Living the dream. I'd be fucking whistling too if it was me. Let's see if he can whistle underground like the prisoner scene. Let's see if he can whistle underground like the prisoner scene. Fuck Quill. If he wants to go, then the cunt can have it. Since you want to bite the hand that feeds you, you'll get a knuckle sandwich. A fucking savage, strike from nowhere, like a match with Randy, and I've held bare arms, I'm Dagestani, repeated punching. Reach for something if you're trying to die. Split from nowhere like an Irish goodbye. Since you want to take visual light, it's an eye for an eye. The kid is dead. Watch me go from on his mind to in his head. It's Shark City. Yous are fucked. Look at us. I mean, you heard shots. Should have ducked, because when Shotty said I was the second pick, there was some shock from the managers, gasps and all. You painted the picture that Adam's reaching, hand to God. It's exposing. There we go. It's exposing season. Yo. It's exposing season. Just because you can paint the picture doesn't make it a stroke of genius. No amount of cha-cha slides in the world can unkick your head in. You dance, dress up, bring props. It's a cover for lazy writing. Pretend that it's not is a spit in the face. Listen, mate, just because no one's done it before doesn't mean you innovate. There's a fucking reason no one's done it before. Just because no one's done it before doesn't mean you innovate. There's a fucking reason no one's done it before. And it is plain he spent all that time breaking new ground just to dig his grave. It's a game in his head. Black Mirror playtest is so stupid. Trying to reinvent the wheel when things are in motion just stops the whole movement. You can play the heel, bro. I'll be the arrow that goes through it. You're mo. Let's fucking go.
on.
Your mook battle was full of bars I've heard before. Go back and watch, it'll prove the truth. He'll still do all this extra shit to skew the view. He'll still do all this extra shit to skew the view. Man, you'll try to show me how it's done till I throw the book at you. Dog's getting carried by his team like Scooby-Doo.
Don't do the page.
That new style is corny. I am not impressed. Ironic that Quill changed with the times and lost his pen. You can try. You can try and pretend. Puff your chest out, tell the world I am the best. Set examples for those at your table. The men you lead, Ray Fiennes is the chef. You wanted to see me cook, now you'll die in the end. I will point out what you can't do, just to show the damage I can. I'm an old school writer, I got Quill in the palm of my time.
Michael Largy Magic, the musical magician. So all I'm missing now is Lester as my beautiful assistant. You need to hocus pocus and grow some toes, cuz. Because you got some big shoes to fit. Now you think you can hang with the top tiers without proving it. In reality, Fizz losing quick, but he tricked his way to the top tier, and that's what his biggest illusion is. And just like that, you go die in front of a crowd like Tommy Cooper did. David Blaine, Dynamo, he tried copying a lot. This is the hobby that he's got. It's funny how I got a visual doing magic, because when this battle got confirmed, I saw his body in a box. How's he even battling me? He hasn't displayed a lot of skill. He just waved his wonder wheel like I'll take a shot of Quill and poof. Fucking David Copperfield, but you see, the illusion is all visual. And that's what gives us this perception. And that's what gives us this perception. He uses his words as a misdirection. It's like the two Ronnies with a full candle, smoke screen, all angles, sleight of hand, Paul Daniels. Sleight of hand, Paul Daniels, now you're getting Frankie's, Cold J's, after having small battles, but the fact that he got me shows the level of magic that he evolved from simply just waving the magic stick, tap, tap, and click, pulling out rabbits quick. Making you think he can hang with the top tiers is his biggest magic trick, and we've seen it with Georgie Roots. They don't care about the time frame, but you know what the fans are thinking. It's Darren Brown mind games, where you skipped all the mid-tiers, came straight to the elite, but you should have taken a proper path. Instead he went for what will make his name fast. It's part of the act though, he escape artist. Boy, but I need to give you your flowers. Using the tricks of his two sleeves, he got me to granting this wish. Will Smith is the blue genie. Match day one, disappearing acts. Now we trying that same escape magic in a straight jacket. I'm too sneaky. Stomach shots like Benefield. He gon' bruise easy. Now we in cold waters. Can't move freely. I kill him with hands tied. Boy, it's Houdini. What did you say this week? You wanted unanimous. I am too slick, too fast. The jig is up before the over. It is all a facade. You weren't expecting my name to be there when you told Shotty to pick a card. But you want to be champ. But you want to be champ so bad, like Bizzo Bond teach me. In return, I'll show you how to do tricks with the one easy. But I'll backfire quick, because when I lift up the stick, he gonna fill up with slugs like you Ron Weasley. Let's go!
My title match material was too ahead of its time. Ahead of its time. You look like you still buy match attacks. That's a fact. Not doing things by the book just means you can't adapt. How are you going to be ahead of your time when you're against the clock? It's got my hands on my face, the story it tells. You bore me to hell. What you do isn't crowd work. It's corny as well. If you talk to your opponent as much as the crowd, you might see respect. A seasoned vet that needs the fans to be his best. Always doing this with a fan. Should have been obvious he has to lean on them. It's ironic. It's ironic he said Kraft held the fans hostage when he's the one who's needing them in the building to be a threat. It's the truth. Every battle, I can list them too. No better example than the Georgie one, because you did a full 8-minute round for him, didn't you? And it didn't make a difference to your material. He wasn't in the room. I mean, who needs intricate writing and rhyming skill? Relies on performance because the well is dry for Quill. The guys in... The guy's an asshole. Now you're up against killer punches. Ivan Drago, you're beneath the level that I can handle. Try me, taking the wrong steps to blow up like a minefield. I'll deck him to set an example, so there's no more doubt. If you want to play with these hands, I'll have to take the Joker out. It's Jester moves to king shit. The water's rising, no problem for a shark. It's sink, swim, take and run from a scene. You made shitter, first bring, give, two-faced, killer, malignant. I swear this season it can't be beat. He thinks he can play with his food like a Happy Meal. You want to toy with the kid? You want to toy with the kid? Let me tell you how I really feel. Like a Freudian slip, I'm enjoying this. You want to toy with the kid? Let me tell you how I really feel, like a Freudian slip. I'm enjoying this shit. I've been talking to the goat guide in my hand. Anya Taylor-Joy and the witch. And that's exactly why you've got spun. You can coast in most of your battles, Quill. This is not one. You got an animal on your ass like the Rock's trunks. I'm honked up. I'm on top like a bald spot. Rewrote the script. If you want to talk prompts, let's set the scene. You'll get cut too. Fuck you. Proper melt. Paper champ. Waste of money like the $1 million belt. Oh! Fuck you. Next round we'll talk about that terrible title. In the meantime, I got a blade with your name on it like Randy Jackson from American Idol. Time.
Okay, let's set the mood. What you got here, top tier. That's what he wants to move. In this situation, I am the gatekeeper, and I'm not gonna let you through even with your magic. Johnson, your style is AIDS. It doesn't matter how much prep you do, but you just appeared in the present moment. You just appeared in the present moment. Now you want to act like I wasn't pivotal in the past, but now I feel like Stan Lee creating Cyclops. I'm about to put visual on blast. Saying me and Koj destroyed the scene. When the gap that we fill, you don't know the void. Before I was a champion, hot prospect, poster boy. Koj was battling people that will leave your soul destroyed. And snap, as soon as the scene got shaky, a visual instantly appeared like a Polaroid with his opinions chatting a load of noise. With his opinions chatting a load of noise. Yeah, well, go ahead, educate me. But whilst you was at home coming over holy shoulder blades. Same time, 5th birthday, I was on the big stage where he'll break like rollerblades. See that bar? 10 years old, still holding weight. Last time I was battled in this venue, 2012. I'm from that golden age. Oh, you got a little show of faith from Shotty the protege. Wanna teach a veteran about wars in the olden days. He never put the culture in front of visual. Lady Gaga, poker face, he got it upside down. Paloma face, he the type to get upside down. Paloma face, he the type to get clocked while shadow boxing. So how's he? He the type. You never put the culture in front of visual. Lady Gaga, poker face, he got it upside down. Paloma face, he the type to get hit while shadow boxing. So how's he throwing shade? I'll have the Trio! Even the Irish are saying that. It's the time to get clocked by shadow boxing. So how's he throwing shade? I have the mob come after the magician like smoking aces. All you see is limbs, then yoga flame. Then I catch him as he dropping like Lois Lane. Picture this. saying it's my fault for what the fuck's happened whilst I'm up here as a champion, giving opportunities to upcoming talent. That's why I don't fuck with this fool. Jackie Chan, I should break every bone in his body for the stunts that he's pulled. Let's But other than that, your battle with Kojay was actually compliments to me. Really boosting my ego. I listen to it when I'm in the gym. For me, it's like a cheat code, watching you say how much better I am than Kojay while he's bodying you like 3-0. Bro, what did you say yesterday to the wiretap? You love me as a battler, but as soon as we're locked in, you had to convince yourself my bars were shit. And you, don't act like you can't admit, you had the hardest dick watching me versus Charlie Clips. Bro, your whole team are my fanboys, bro. Your whole team are my fanboys. You should have known there's some imposters among us tonight. And this time Bond is not the only undercover spy, but you should soft pro. This time Bond is not the only undercover spy. You should soft pro and close that in your whole team, because they'll leave you hung out to dry. You might have escaped frost, but you're still gonna die though. I don't fuck with this guy. I don't care if he my stan. I still nank him and leave him slumped there to die. They'd be like, shit, T's gone cold, another one's doing why. Get the fuck out of it! Get all of them! All your team's gone! All your team, you gotta come and face me! You have gotta come and face me next! You have I am UK finest! I am UK finest! I am UK finest! I am UK finest! I am UK dancer! It's cause every battle! It's cause every battle! I don't care if you're not standing. I still like you and leaving flawless today. They be like shit, T's gone cold, and now they're wondering why. It's cause every clash, you act like you're born on the battlefield, and we know that ain't the life you live in. If so, I bring back the baddie. QB rushing yards on Michael Vickham. Keep bobbing, but if I feel the Irish tension, I might just spin him. What we gonna pretend that visual's okay for the fight, like Michael Bisping with his eyeball fishing? Listen, the Irish famine happened in the 1800s. That visual doesn't make for easy viewing. Soil, salt, blood, scurvy, man hooked up to intravenous fluids. Well, if you don't want to hold this corn, because he's still brewing, I've got a black 47. I'll put a potato on the barrel, bow, and I'll feed it to him. And around 3, and I'm feeling the head strong. I ain't going anywhere. Briggz is by the cattle on his go. Go! Quill is the Don't Flop UK champion! In 2023! You don't say! On an unrelated note, I am honoured to be the top goal scorer in the under-8 league of blind kids with no legs. You would think the Don't Flop UK champion would have full battles on Don't Flop against someone from the UK. So before the title match, when's the last time you did that? You know, what would you say? Shut up! 7 years! 7 years, 10 months, 22 days! Dumbfounded! 6 of your last 7 have been one-rounders. Conveniently dating back to when the love floundered with the funds down. There's only 2 PB appearances from him since 2019. They were both on joint events with other leagues to afford his high fee. You claim to love this scene, but instead of spitting for 3 rounds, you'd rather sit while it bleeds out. You've only done 1 3-rounder since I debuted. After we put in the work to ensure the scene was alight, he lost the fire while we fought to keep it alight. And now you want to come back and take the credit. Well, you moonwalk, do a jig, somersault. You didn't lift a finger to even check if there was a pulse. I'm not rocking with it. You can have your electric performance, bro. I'm the one that shocked this system. Let's go. He only does shit for his benefit. That's what's going on in his head. I mean, Urs Golden Boy hosts a podcast with Bagnall, and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Besties with Liam while King of Don't Flop. There's no honest defense. Fuck a throne. The only thing you're sitting on is the fence.
Then you got in with PB as a manager. Pick a side first. Try to be the gaffer behind the scenes, but that's light work, go leather admit. You might have thought soon as I stepped on the stage, I'm being fed to the snake like Severus Snape, but he's been underwhelming in more battles than I've had. Couldn't see what you're made of with DNA. He freestyled to pass the time. Then in the first clash, you give Kraft a body like Frankenstein. The list is many. You almost screwed the money over twisted pennies. Oh! But he's the UK and world champ. Twice as neat. He unified the belts. Thinks he's the tribal chief. It's fine with me. I'll still light up an old head like I'm the Fiend. What? Mr. Spits 3 rounds every 3 years. Thinks I'm gonna hand him a big crime till I'm having him sit down. How can I fear a champion who's scared of championship rounds? Double champ my fucking hole! Congrats! Another useless achievement that's never been done. You think that makes you better than us? The titles he holds are a reflection of Sun, because you can have every belt except the relevant ones. Fuck off!
Yo, mate, I've just got back from probably one of the most explosive battles I've seen in a long time. Viz and Quill, and Shots in this one. Quill was doing his thing, he was really animated, he was bringing in the crowd. What he did in the second, I thought, oh, it's going to be proper gimmicky, but actually it really worked for his rounds. A lot of what Viz was saying was incredible as well. I would give Viz the third, going backwards. As much as I thought it wasn't going to work, I'm going to give Quill the second, and I'm going to give Quill the first as well, because the way he entered in, the way he went straight to Sharks, he was talking to them, he gassed everyone up. It was what we're here to see. It was great entertainment. So 2-1 Quill.
Yo, Danny, pick your battles. Smokehouse judging Visual versus Quill. I have got some notes, so I'm going to read it. First round, I think, was probably the clearest round. I gave it to Quill. He had some really, really good stuff. They both had really strong openers, which I really liked, but I just think Quill, his energy was like up here the whole time, which was awesome. Going into round 2, I'm not a huge fan of props. I preferred visual stuff, but what Quill done was really, really good, and the way that he done it was really well. It just wasn't really for me. Third round, I've got Quill just edging it, so 2-1 Quill. If anyone wants to see a breakdown or anything, get on the Smokehouse and we'll do it there.
Yo, Crafty here, judging Quill versus Visual. Before I judge this, I did declare a little conflict of interest because I just lost the title to Quill. No one was available to battle, so I do want to judge, so I want to make that clear. Quill's performance was absolutely incredible. There's so much to say here, okay? First round, yeah, just the stuff with Shotty Horroh. It's a 10 out of 10 performance. So many incredible bars. Yeah, best Quill writing as well that I've heard in a while. Visual comes back, but I think Quill's just turned the crowd against him. Not against him, but he's won the crowd so much that it's hard for Visual to take it back off him. And I felt like through the whole battle, Visual's writing was really strong. Some of the punchlines were, a lot of my favourite punchlines were from him, but they weren't getting the crowd reaction all the time. Quill's second round, I mean, I've got to talk about the gimmick, the magic gimmick, and the kind of facing off with Shotty. It was all box office. It all helped him win the crowd. Does it count towards winning the battle? It's a different question. I'm not sure the gimmicks are always relevant, just in my opinion and my preference, but it's impactful. It no doubt got the crowd, and he had the bars woven in with it. So, you know, you have to give him a lot of credit. He got a lot more reaction. What I'm gonna say is there is a case for Viz in both the second and the third round. I think the second, based on if your preference is the gimmick and the way it was sold and the tricks and the performance, or if it's just the punchlines. The third round, I think there's also a case for Visual. I think he just had stronger bars for me. You know, Quill was going back to the angle of facing off with Shotty, which again, it was entertaining, I loved it. He was going back to insulting the other team, and he did some really nice flow bits of Paloma Faith. There was a lot happening, but you could just edge it on bars to Visual. I gave it 2-1 to Quill. Incredible performance, 10 out of 10 performance. I think in terms of writing and battling and angling, Visual was strong, and there's a case for him in both the second and third, but I'm giving it to Quill. I hope that wasn't too long. Big up Premier Battle.